Guys, go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. On a healer, on a way, baby cry.
That's my favorite song.
Same.
Ho ho na hee
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're reconnecting with Pearl Jam tonight.
I know all the words.
Reconnecting with Pearl Jam tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last night of the tour, they're in Austin, Texas.
I hope they just jam.
Same here.
At the end, right?
Same,
just like
brother.
an old carpet, right?
You'll get an old carpet tonight.
I think there'll definitely be an old carpet.
You'll get
an older drum set.
You'll get bottles of red wine. You'll get an old carpet. Oof. You'll get all the things that you want out of Eddie Vedder because he still does it. And people travel for this. They only do 15 shows a year now. And if you're there, you're there. If you're not, fuck off. Love all of it.
Right.
Even had people calling from other states, Arizona, saying, hey, can I fly in last minute to see the last show? And I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I guess. They're still doing. I looked at ticket prices. I was like, holy shit. Yes, Pearl Jam is still a thing. And I hate to keep saying this, but it's kind of the last era of the bands that we had. There is no new band anymore that's like, yes, I'm going to go see them.
Olivia Rodrigo is coming to Moody.
But she's a pop star, right? So and I love her. She's awesome.
She rocks out.
She sounds like she's got a
She's
band
got a
sound,
full
but,
band.
Yeah,
she does.
But she's on her own still.
She's still on her own. It's not, and it's a pop show. It's not a rock band anymore.
Okay.
And you're few and far between right now, and you're kind of mixing and mashing weird things together to try to recreate the old nostalgia. It's everything you always talk about nostalgia, even last night. So Monday Night Football comes on last night, and I'm all amped, Wiener's hard, can't wait, double header last night. Mm-hmm. And they were like, we're unveiling a new song for Monday Night Football. And I was like, oh, all right. So they got rid of Hank Williams Jr.
Okay.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. Mm-hmm. They replaced it with a remake of In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins with Chris Stapleton and Snoop Dogg. Sounds horrific.
Oh.
But they actually played it, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Chris Stapleton can actually do it all.
Right.
It actually sounds almost better with Chris Stapleton singing In the Air Tonight. God bless that guy. At what point do we just give him all the songs? Him, Adele, and a couple other people, and just let them do all of it at this point.
Yeah.
I was shocked by it. I wanted to hate it so much, and then I was like, God damn it, Stapleton, you son of a bitch. You SOB, you did it. You did it.
Right.
But that's kind of all we have now, as far as the new people, and there's a handful, and that's about it, which is why all these ticket prices are so fucking high. Remember Blink-182 when they came here?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, the tickets were through the fucking roof. Turns out everybody just wanted to go see a band again, like a real band.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm here. I mean, those things were insane.
Yeah, they want to go hang out with their peers. You know what I'm saying? we're definitely going to be with our peers.
Is it peers or is it just you're in a stadium singing songs together that everybody knows instead of...
Yeah,
Aren't we a little old for that, guys? Like, what's our age again?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Georgia, we are 5 minutes in and it's time to cut his mic.
We're definitely going to be with our peers. I don't think there's going to be as many phones out. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be, like, we're going to be with
We'll see.
our people.
I still think people are
And
gonna...
maybe a couple of them will bring their very young girlfriends.
Now, that'll definitely happen.
That'll definitely happen.
Yeah.
So, like, the daddy that's still looking good, he's
Babe.
going to have his 20-year-old
Babe, you don't
with
understand.
him.
And he's going to be just in his own world.
But other than that, we will be, which I'm fine with and I love.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to rock out with my peers.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel old, I'm hoping I might feel a little young maybe for once going to downtown Austin. So, like, I'm good with it. I think it's going to be great.
It's always a great show. Have you seen him live, by the way?
No.
Okay. Oh, well, the hype is real with
it at
Pearl
Moody?
Jam. It is.
Yeah.
The hype
So
is real.
We'll be together.
What do you mean?
I'll be right next door,
Where at? What are you doing?
coaching wrestling.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Is the wrestling thing right next door?
Yeah, it's right at the football stadium.
Right on. Yeah.
So you guys will be walking up that little path. I'll be right there, catching, some tunes.
Do you have parking?
For sure will. Yeah, you got
Do
that
you have
wrestling parking?
Ooh.
Ooh, no,
Okay.
it's a hard no on that one, huh? It's a hard no.
No, it's a yes, but he's like, I'm using it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm using it tonight, guys. I got to
He's
coach.
like, I'm using
I got to
it.
coach children.
You understand the pain of parking at Moody Center.
Yes.
Just Austin in general is a pain in the ass. But
Yes.
luckily, they don't really have cops down there anymore who do anything, so it's great. It's actually great. Like I've never paid for parking once down there. Just you can park wherever you want, and there's just.
Are you going to use your same sneaky spot?
Yeah, same. Like same shit as always,
And so if our car isn't there, we can just have Giorgio take us home.
Oh,
after
no,
wrestling.
there. Yeah, exactly.
For sure, I got you.
I got
we
you.
get done at 8.
He's going to be there late night. 8 o'clock. They're just going to be getting started.
Getting started then.
Yeah.
Just getting started. But yeah, the hype is real. And like, as much as I make fun of Springsteen on the show too, like you go to a Springsteen show, the hype is real. Rolling Stones, hype is real. All that shit is real. Where you're like, all right, cool. Now I understand why people are paying this much for tickets. Even everybody who went to Blink-182 when they were here were like, dude, it was incredible. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, of course. Dude.
Yeah. So good for them. And I'm amped about it. I'm amped. There's a lot going on though.
Yeah.
Jabes. And we're back on a Tuesday. A lot going on in the world.
On a Tuesday.
I don't even know where to start today. Did we start with the guy who's lying about anthrax? Like, did we start with Hasan Minhaj and Comedy Central today? I'd like to because it's such a bizarre story.
All right.
Yeah.
I need to be able to really judge this because do you remember A Million Little Pieces, that dude?
Yes. Fry was his last name.
Yeah. Like I was totally
James Fry, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was totally fine with that book not being completely truthful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
an entertaining story, exaggerated version of what he went through and everyone loved it. The fact that there were some things that didn't really happen in it, I don't know. Bob
In
seems
the
to
book
have-
itself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it depends on what it is and why. Bob, break it down for the audience here, what happened with him and why Whoopi Goldberg and all these people are coming out and defending him in this.
So basically, Hasan Minhaj has a stand-up special. I forget what it's called. He also has a show. I think it was recently canceled. It's basically like a Daily Show type show called Patriot Act. I think it was on
Yes.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, does not have. It's a different act than this. But they get a stand-up special, and in it, I mean, it's not. This is not like a Dave Chappelle special or a Louis C.K. special or Bill Burr or whatever, where there's a lot of jokes.
It's more like a Mike Birbiglia or a
I mean, it's serious.
like a John Leguizamo if we're gonna go.
It's
yeah.
almost more like a one-man show,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
TED Talk. Not quite, Hannah Gadsby type of situation, maybe, but
Right.
not far off from that.
Okay.
There's a lot of serious talks and stories he's telling aren't necessarily there or not there to set up a punchline, at least not one that makes you laugh, right? It's
Okay.
like maybe a punchline to make a point.
Yes.
But anyway, so in his stand-up special, he tells these stories. All of it, of course, like most of it, circles around being not white in America.
Sure.
Right, being a minority in America, Middle Eastern, Muslim in America, basically.
Right.
I actually don't think I think he's Indian, not Middle Eastern, but he's Muslim.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he tells a story about how growing up in, I guess a part of California that's not as California-y as other parts of California.
Where, Bakersfield?
Let me see where he grew up.
Sacramento,
he grew up in
maybe?
Davis, California.
I didn't even know where that is.
That's where Cal Davis is.
Oh.
That's
okay.
inland, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know where that's at.
It's right next to Sacramento.
It's
Okay.
a stone's throw away, a half hour away. 20
Yes.
minutes.
There's lots of places over there where you go, am I in the South? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said he grew up dealing with racism and stuff like that, and how at one point he had like a friend in high school who was a girl, and they were really close, and he asked her to prom, and then he says that he showed up to her door with the corsage and looked inside, and she was with a white boy getting ready for prom, and it turned out her parents told her not to take him because they didn't want her daughter pictured with, like, taking photographs with a brown boy. This would be in, by the way, I think he's my age, so this would be, like, in 2004.
Which is a crazy, like...
Right. This is not in
Yeah.
1972.
Or even the 80s.
Right,
Or,
this is in 2004.
Right.
But a lot of it has to do with like 9/11 and stuff like that.
'Kay.
Anyway, so that happened, and in the act, he actually like showed a picture, like blurred the faces a little bit, but showed a picture of her or something like that, and she was very easily doxxed, and people started sending her death threats and stuff like that. Turns out that story wasn't true. She just said she didn't want to go with him. I think she said yes out of like panicking in the moment, and then a couple days later, not on the doorstep. Now that's a fine embellishment for a story.
exactly, because whose version of it is true, and what is she really going to say? Okay, so we're going to...
Right, but it makes this
We'll
girl
file that
kind
under...
of look like a racist.
No, he straight up says her family was racist. He was like,
Right.
they had me in her home. I ate off their plates, but they were racist, but they smiled at me. This is not true. That woman is currently married to an Indian guy.
Okay.
So she's married to a brown person. Her parents didn't seem to object to that, anything like that. Completely made it up. I mean, she just said she didn't want to go with him. Didn't see him like that. Didn't want to go with him. So then he, in this whole act, like years and years later, is, just calling her out, like basically calling out a girl who rejected him.
Okay.
And claiming she's racist.
And the family's racist.
And that the whole family's racist. And then there's another story he does where, like...
Just because the family is saying now that they aren't.
She's married to an Indian man right now.
Times have changed.
It's the same.
So, but okay,
and this
okay.
happened in 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
But really 2004, not, for Indian people, yeah, it was still kind of bad,
California,
right?
though? No.
No?
Jesse.
No?
California? No, dude, no.
I really don't think that was happening.
No.
Okay.
And it got to the point, by the
Fair.
way. It got to the point, by the way, where people from let me look this up. He like local reporters and even his high school paper reached out to him about this at one point when he first started doing it, like the act or whatever, because they didn't buy it, and he just he called it so this reporter, Kellen Browning, I went to the same high school as Hasan Minhaj and tried to write a story while I was there about his exaggerations, including a racist incident at Davis High. He brushed off our attempts to ask him about it. Hasan Minhaj also addressed their reporting in New York Times Q&A back in 2015, calling it a racist witch hunt. This guy, Kellen Browning, not white, I believe he's also Middle Eastern or something.
Okay.
Basically, Hasan Minhaj was just lying about this entire thing to make a point about how hard it was to grow up Asian or Indian or whatever.
Okay.
And Muslim, perhaps.
Sure.
And then there was, I'm not as familiar with the anthrax story, but he essentially lied about his family, his daughter being attacked with anthrax.
Okay.
And this was not part of a joke.
Yeah, so that's
Right.
That's
So this is when he's like dropping down and it's serious talk now. And then if it was in the joke part of it. Okay.
So the reason all of this is coming out right now, in my opinion, is behind the scenes. He's the guy to be the Daily Show host. It is a not so hidden secret. They've been auditioning people for the better part of a year. Obviously, it all got shut down when the strikes happened, and during this, they've been able to go review the ratings, the tape, everything else, and kind of choose their replacements.
Right.
He was the guy. I think they've got a little bit of buyer's remorse now, and it seems convenient that all of these stories are coming out now so they can get ahead of this story now and replace them with somebody else. Now, in my opinion, having watched all of them, I dipped in for one night apiece just to watch who it was. One of them is a friend of ours, and I wanted to see who was the best and who could replace it, because back in the day, it was a sweet gig. When it started, it was Craig Kilborn.
Right.
He was awesome. And that catapulted him to his own late night show on CBS. Craig Kilborn, though, had a way different outlook and opinion than Jon Stewart and the rest of these guys. He was under the guise of like, hey, man, we've got a writer's room full of 20 people. You guys write it, I'll show up and do it, and I'm in and out of there in 2 hours. It's a 22-minute show, which is hilarious because that's kind of what it is. It's just a news recap show. He didn't do any writing on it, and he kind of got out of there. When he left and Jon Stewart and those guys came in, over time it changed and they crafted it. And did the show get better with Jon Stewart? Yes, it did. But he was there for 10 hours a day.
Right.
He was with the writers.
Right.
He was shooting the sketches. They started putting more sketches in there. Then they started hiring Daily Show correspondents and all that stuff. It became a better show, and it was great. And it was a very highly coveted job until Trevor Noah took over and then drove the ratings into the toilet. Now with Trevor Noah, he became entitled, started doing stand-up gigs, speaking gigs, book gigs, all that stuff around the world, and was like, you know what? I don't really want to work that hard anymore. So the insider shit is he went into the executives and slowly chopped down the show to where he was working less and less and less and less, but was getting paid just the same amount of money. And they were like, hey, dude, we're basically forcing you to do a show at this point. When COVID happened, that's when he started wearing hoodies and shooting it inside of his fucking house.
Yeah.
COVID ended.
But he was
Long time
still
before that, but he
doing
was
it.
still doing it
Right.
because he didn't want to leave his house, didn't want to have to sit in these writers' meetings, didn't want to have to do the actual job that gig requires now, because Jon Stewart had set such a high standard for it, and they were just finally like, dude, can we just get you the fuck out of here? Like, you've become a cancer at this point. Like, let's
Right.
just get you out of here, and then we'll bring in the guest hosts. Now, the guest hosts were, and I'll read these off in order. And again, I watched all of these so I can give you my honest opinion of them. Leslie Jones. I don't know what the fucking story is with Les Dog, why she keeps getting these opportunities. She was horrific at it.
I just want someone to tell me.
It's
Like, I feel like if someone told me what it was, I could be like, oh, okay.
Yep. Can't. I don't.
Like-
I just.
Yeah.
Just get her out of everything. She's in every goddamn movie, a voiceover, even a voiceover in a cartoon. I hate her voice, and I'm just get her out of the world. Like, put her somewhere and pay her to do something.
Get her out of the world.
Just give her an island, give her the Epstein Island or something like that. Just let her live her life there and just scream at people all day. That's all she kind of does, and it's like we're good with that. Sarah Silverman was up next. Now, Sarah Silverman. If we didn't know about the activists and all that other bullshit now, she's actually pretty good at it. Like, she's good at that, and she's funny.
Oh.
Chelsea
look past
Handler.
it.
Chelsea Handler wants to come back to late night very, very bad. She called and said, I want a week on that as well. I can get you some ratings for that. And they did it, and she wanted the job, and they said no.
Okay.
So she's jockeying for an afternoon show now on, one of the networks. Perhaps Drew Barrymore's job or something like that, and or a late night job, which will be available as well. She wants to come back and do a full-time thing and be famous again.
Okay.
After that was Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes, she's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I could do that.
Same.
Okay.
Like, she's good. She was a Daily Show correspondent back in the day, so she knows the system in and outs. And she's Wanda Sykes. Like, she's always going to give you Wanda Sykes, and you know what you're getting out of her. It's a pretty safe bet. If you were, an exec going, all right, we replace it with Wanda Sykes, I think people would probably be in for that. And she was the same when I watched it.
There's one who I don't think did it, who I think should actually be the Daily Show host.
Who's that?
It's the only person I think who has the temperament and comedic sensibilities to get the ratings back.
Who's that?
To where you're going to be like, what are they going to say tonight? He was previously a correspondent.
Okay.
Michael Che.
Oof.
Whoa.
Nope. Not in this.
Whoa.
Bob, have you worked here for 3 years? Because
He is throwing grenades.
God damn it. He is the. Are you saying that to troll me right now?
No, I love Michael Che.
I
No,
hate
he
him
does.
so much. He can't read one cue card.
Don't you like know him kind of? No?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. He can't read one cue card or get through one Saturday Night Live. I mean, not even one 12-minute segment without fucking up a joke.
You know-
He's the worst, in my opinion.
You know it would be great, Martin Short.
No. No, we're not doing that.
He would, though, be great.
We're not doing that.
Okay, go.
D.L. Hughley was after that. D.L.
No.
Hughley,
No.
it wasn't very good. And then they made an offer. So they actually made an offer to someone during this. And it was Chris Rock. And they backed up the truck and they said, this will bring in the ratings. Chris Rock was like, hey, bro, I love you, but I'm making $20 million a Netflix special.
There's no way.
And it's, I do not feel like working that hard anymore. I am older. I am in my 50s. I am all good on doing a daily show anymore.
He has always liked his downtime.
Yes, yes. No one
So
likes that. He was
no
a fucking
one
Burning
likes-
Man, didn't we?
Yeah.
We see him at Burning Man. Like, no one likes his downtime more than him. And he's so rich, and good for him. He's earned it.
For sure.
He's earned it. He doesn't have to fucking do it. Then they made another soft attempt, and it was Cal Penn from Harold and Kumar.
Okay.
So he does have political experience because he worked for Obama for, I think, 4 years.
Yeah.
And under that administration, it was weird. It came out of left field, but you were like, oh, all right. And he's likable enough
Yeah.
that it was like, oh, okay, cool. And then they went to the rest of the correspondents. So they went to Desi Lydic. She crushed, and in my opinion, should have got it, but she's white. And I knew there wasn't one prayer that we're going to put a white person on.
I don't want her to get it. 'Cause
Why
I
not?
like her better as an actress.
What's that?
I like her better as an actress. I loved her in Awkward. I don't know if you've ever seen the MTV show.
Yes, she was fantastic.
That's how I knew her first. I thought it was weird when she was on The Daily Show because I was like, I mean, I know obviously they're all comedians and actors
Yeah.
who are on it, but like Olivia Munn was a Daily Show correspondent. But I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I mean, that's a good job for her, I'm sure. But I was like, she was just so fucking funny playing a character.
But the problem
Yeah.
is they don't do television or movies
I
anymore.
know, I
and like
know.
all of our favorites, like I would love to see another Jack Black movie again or something. But we're not.
Right.
So she was lights out, big fan. I've done, 5 movies with her. She's great. I thought she should have gotten the gig. But I was like, you're just not hiring white people anymore. That's not a thing. Roy Wood Jr. was
I
the
don't
other
think
one.
she has big enough, a big enough name. She's really good.
Correct.
But yeah, that's definitely a part of it.
Same,
for
yes,
sure. Yeah.
yes. I think if you were going female-wise with a big enough name, Amy Poehler. I mean, that would have been a fucking banger, dude.
Well,
Amy Poehler would have
obviously,
been
but-
great. She wants to work. She's out there. I don't think they're going to hire a white person.
I think she was kind of whatever on Weekend Update. Like that's
I think
another
Tina
person.
definitely carried that
Yeah,
whole thing.
I think Amy Poehler is another person who's just kind of like, I'd rather see her act.
yes.
Like I don't want to like not that she's not funny as herself, but like when she was on Weekend Update, that pulled her away from being in sketches.
fucking
In sketches,
best
yeah.
in
And
every
she was
sketch,
awesome in
yeah.
sketches. You're right. She was great. Roy Wood Jr. was on there, the black guy. He's funny, but that's just a different style of show for that, in my opinion. And then the other one was Jordan Klepper. People love that guy, and I don't get it. He wasn't very good when he guest hosted, so they kind of just chucked it down the
Who's
road.
he?
You know who he had on as an interview though?
Who?
He was the same guy who was a guest on our show and is a local here.
Who's that?
The Stoic guy.
Oh shit, he was great.
Ryan Holiday.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
his
yeah,
name.
yeah.
He was Klepper. I guess is a big reader of him. Because I watched.
We
that
had
interview.
Ryan Holiday on here.
Yeah, on Drinking Bros. Yeah, he was great. He was an awesome guest. It was
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah, he was great. But that's kind of where this is. So now I think they're trying to get out of it and then kind of recast this because now that there is 2 strikes, you have your pick of anyone at this point, and I think you can get almost anybody you want.
Oh, do you know what else came out about Hasan Minhaj at the same time? It might have been in the article.
But doesn't
actually.
this all feel coordinated?
Well, this is why I think you
Sure.
could be right, is this extra little tidbit.
Okay.
Several claims of HR on the Patriot Act about like misogyny and bad workplace for women, blah, blah, blah.
There you
What
go.
workplace is good for women? Can you fucking show me one?
On a feeling. Yeah. No, it all feels coordinated, and you know that guy flew under the radar, and then you're about to get this job that everybody's going to judge you for. It all feels coordinated. So does like the Russell Brand shit, all that other stuff that's coming out. That feels coordinated with the rest of this shit. Where it's like, I think all of us can agree. We've all known Russell Brand was a dirtbag forever, and he's written about it ad nauseum. To where when you write a book, because I read it, there was a book called Bookie Wookie. It's very, very good. He's a fantastic writer. But when you write about getting your dick sucked by dudes in a, what do they call it, the tube over there? Like in a tube restroom for coke. It's like, you couldn't push this any further. The wheelchair porn, all that other stuff. Like, we knew. Is anybody shocked by Russell Brand at this point?
I think we need to wait.
Things.
Yeah, I think we need to wait until that comes out, right? Or has it?
What he did?
There's like 4 rape allegations.
Well, he came out already and released a statement. He says none of this is true.
No,
all of this
I
is
know
total
he
fucking
did.
bullshit
No,
and
I know
everything
he-
else. But
no,
like,
I know he did.
But if there wasn't, you don't make that statement.
If there wasn't what?
If he didn't, usually people wait, right? Of like, oh, hey, before I make a statement. He came out that night and was just like, fuck all these people and this is bullshit.
Right, he got ahead of it. But has it come out? It was supposed to be today, right? Tomorrow? Like the actual allegations? So he was getting ahead of this big thing that's coming out.
Yeah, it already dropped. That already dropped. So it's out. And it was
Okay, so what is it?
Channel 4, whatever the BBC 4 is or whatever. They've got the full interview over there.
With who? The accuser?
Yes, the people and the cases and all that other stuff. People are all pulling their sponsorships now, and his new book deal is on hold. Some other stuff. He's said, fuck off. I've been pretty goddamn open about it. Katy Perry now said that she's going to reveal the whole truth about what happened. So, I don't know.
I have some bullet points.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. So, 4 women are alleging sexual assaults between 2006 and 2013. 1 woman alleges that Brand raped her without a condom against a wall in his Los Angeles home. She says Brand tried to stop her leaving until she told him she was going to the bathroom. She's treated at a rape crisis center on the same day, which the Times says has confirmed via medical records.
Okay.
All right.
A second woman in the UK alleges that Brand assaulted her when he was in his early 30s and she was 16 and still in school.
Oh, yes. And this is the one he was
And he
calling
does
the
not-
child.
Yeah, he does not deny dating the 16-year-old.
Yes.
Okay.
But that is also in the UK is
So
like
age of consent is
yeah,
16.
is
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Which
She
is crazy.
alleges he referred to her as the child during an emotional, abusive, and controlling relationship. Looking back, she says he engaged in the behaviors of a groomer. A third woman claims that Brand sexually assaulted her while she was working with him in Los Angeles. She alleges she repeatedly told Brand to get off her, and when he eventually flipped and was super angry, she says he threatened to take legal action against her.
Okay.
The fourth woman has alleged sexual assault against Brand in the UK and him being physical and emotionally abusive towards her. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you're going after somebody, right? Anyone, whoever it is, and you're tying in 4 people from, what was it, 10 years ago or whatever it is at this point, I think. Did you say 2013?
2006 to 13.
Yeah. So you're looking at, okay, so when it started, it's roughly 17 years ago, in that stretch of time, you're clearly trying to bring someone down at that point. It's not as if they all just popped up on your desk, 10 years later at the newspaper, and you're like, oh, somebody just dropped off this file of Russell Brand from 2006 to 2013.
Does he have something coming up where he's going to make a bunch of money?
Well,
Does he have a book?
So his book, yes, his book is coming out. 1, 2, his show is becoming massive. The guests that he is getting are fucking out of control. And he was just on Tucker Carlson, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. He is growing as a brand, no pun intended there. and has been for a while. I think he was on Rogan as well. Like, it's just, he's one of those guys who is very entertaining. I thought he was a good actor, and I loved him and like Get Him to the Greek and all that shit, right? But like him as a talk show host and going on, he was just on Bill Maher a few weeks ago. Like, he's one of the guys, one of the top dudes right now. People are calling him alt-right, but to me, he's always been in the middle. I don't really know what you would classify him as. But whenever something is that old and you're pulling up 4 people or everything else, you're clearly trying to go after one human being, dig into their past from 17 years ago and trying to figure out something. And I always ask myself, why? Why would somebody do this now? Unless they were trying to take him down or dilute his power or something like that. Because he's become very fucking big right now. And his show is huge.
Right.
It's
so
huge.
You don't think the 31-year-old fucking a 16-year-old could have committed a sex crime?
I'm not saying
that plausible.
I do find it plausible. Here's what's odd to me, though. Why now, when somebody is at the biggest moment of their career?
Because the lawyers won't take the case unless they think they can get a big settlement. The way to get a settlement
It's to get it all together.
is to get it right before they have something coming out, so they'll squash it. Before that, nobody's really going to take their case because it's like, yeah, he already says that. What are you going to take, podcast money? I mean, you know what I mean? So the reason why it happens when these big things are coming out is because that's when the lawyers go, all right, we can at least get a settlement right now. Or if you want to go, it'll have way more of an impact and whatever.
Sure. I guess if you're Russell Brand, though, you're either doing one of two things. You're paying off whoever this is. You know, I'm sure there was that phone call that you just said, right? For a settlement. You're either paying that off or you're just outwardly denying it and then hoping for the best. And right now, he is losing a bunch of deals. So that didn't work, but are you just paying these people and all this other shit? Now, Bob, to your point, I'm not saying it's not plausible. Absolutely. It totally is. And, you know, dude, that guy, if you read all of his shit or listen to any of his shows, he's done so many drugs. And he's done all the things in this life. Like, fuck, he's like Keith Richards on steroids, for Christ's sake. So, like, all of it is plausible. I just find the timing of it odd this many years later. When somebody's at their height of, like, really taking over, we were just like, shit. I mean, I've almost got him top 10.
I don't think he's as at his height. I think he was way more famous
At like Get Him to the Greek and then the stand-up specials after that.
Marshall,
I mean, he was when I was forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek, hosting the VMAs. This was all 10 years ago. But now he's just like a big internet personality
on
basically.
like a.
But that's all we. But that's all we have. Yeah. But Bob, that's all we have right now. We don't have movie stars anymore. We don't have those big movies anymore. I think the most famous people are like Joe Rogan is probably the most famous person there is in media.
I don't know, man.
In media.
It could be like, you know how big Mr. Beast is?
Yes.
I bet there's so much of America that, like, probably 95% of America that has no idea who the fuck Mr. Beast is.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, the most famous person in America is probably still like
The Rock?
Brad Pitt or The Rock or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Or Martin Short, you know?
You gotta think it's Martin Short.
Like, it's really like we're in a bubble here. Like, I guarantee you.
Some
true.
listeners just walked in the studio
Yeah.
and even he turned to his buddy and was just like, Martin Short. Come
Martin
get the fuck
Short.
out of here.
They love Martin Short. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't fiend for Martin Short?
Thank you.
Who among us? Who among us?
When Martin Short comes on the screen, let's just say in Father of the Bride.
Bride, right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who among us is not like, yeah, that's fun.
Oh, God.
Like, what accent is he
know,
doing,
I know.
right?
What, is he going to be in a fat
What's
suit?
the hairstyle? I know. You just, and is he going to fall down? I don't know. It's just so fun.
Oh, I know it is.
And I think that's what we need to bring back. Yeah. So I think at this point, we'll lay out what's going on, but not a great look.
Not at all.
Like on this show, we don't like.
And I don't, by the way,
We don't wonder why
I don't know him
women
personally.
are coming out against Russell Brand because he famously is like, yeah, fucking rape people. Yeah, I was I think he tried to get a little bit ahead of it by being this ridiculous person that's very honest about stuff. And so Yeah, I mean, someone might be like, "Hey, dude,
Yeah.
it's really cool that you're like joking about it, but it was rape."
I think
I don't know.
I think my biggest sticking point with who fame and all that other stuff now and what it actually is these days is kids. Like we have kids, and man, it's YouTube. They just want to watch YouTube and things like that. Like they don't care like we used to care growing up about television and things like that. Movies, though, they do.
Yeah.
So
Movies
if you're
and
in
music.
a movie, yeah.
Movies, music, YouTube.
Yeah, like Taylor Swift is probably the biggest person
Correct.
on the
Yep.
planet right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, I don't know if you saw her pre-sales. She made a concert film. She made a film about the concert. The pre-sales have reached $100 million opening weekend. Holy shit, dude. She's got to be exhausted just carrying the entire world on her back at this point. And it's nuts, dude.
Right.
It's higher
one
than
thing-
Spider-Man. It broke Spider-Man's record. Like,
The one thing I will wait for in this case, and we'll be done with talking about it, is what Katy Perry has to say.
same.
I just want to know, because it was 14 months of marriage and she found out the truth about him and left.
Wheelchair porn.
No, I think it's more. You don't just like find out the truth about someone, leave them, and like are silent about it.
Well, do you remember
If it's just you found some wheelchair porn.
Do you remember the documentary she did where he sent her a text on New Year's Eve saying that they were getting divorced and she started crying on the plane?
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm
who
just
knows?
saying I want to hear.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be
I want to hear her
very Katy Perry.
her truth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She says it's coming. By the way, her truth is coming.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, I think this is an ongoing story. I think we're going to wait.
It is, yeah.
I think we're going to wait before we call it a calculated attack and discredit all of it.
It's what it feels like, but again, I don't know him personally ever, like at all. So yeah, who knows? Who knows what his whole story is, dude? Yeah, like for real,
Yeah. But in that vein, but he has a PR person, it seems like.
Yeah,
Coming out ahead of it.
He
He's
definitely does. He's got a shaman.
Charming, intelligent orator, right? Like if he's talking,
Oh yeah,
you believe what he's saying.
And he houses people in
he
interviews.
got out ahead of it. He's charming. He's fast talking,
Yep.
and it worked. And then now he needs to stay silent, which I'm sure his PR person will tell him to. Other people that I guess are just either firing their PR people or not listening. I can't tell what's going on. But everyone, it seems like, it's giving me like reminiscent of, remember in COVID when everyone just went crazy in their mansions and they were just like taking weird, like no makeup crying videos.
Yeah.
Apologizing for everything.
Yeah.
And doing Imagine and all of this stuff. So like right now during this strike, it feels like people are
Because
not
the weirdos,
listening
well, they're not working again. So you're back to the COVID
So you're not
thing.
working. So you're at home.
Yeah.
You don't trust anyone. Your PR person says, hey, let's see how this is actually going to come off to people, right? So I know this is your friend. I know you want to write this letter, right?
Right.
And let's just go through the different things, right? I'm talking about Mila and Ashton. Let's just like say, okay, so you write this letter in the PR meeting. Mm-hmm. Now, Ashton, I know that you are one of your main focuses in your charity and your foundation is specifically working for child trafficking and survivors of...
Yes. Yeah, I spoke to Congress and Senate about it as well.
Right, okay. So how do you think we should write it? And if we are going to, I need you to fully believe and stand by this. If you really believe that this is the best thing, and you're not going to listen to me, then you've got to have a good reason. And I need you to be able to, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
All of this could have been solved
Okay,
by
and
not
so then-
saying anything. Just write the letter.
Okay, so now
Don't
it
say
comes out.
anything.
Now it comes out. All right, so guys, I mean, I'm not going to say I was right. I'm not going to say told you so. I don't do that on PR. We just try and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you either have to double down and say this was our friend we did not, the only thing we wrote letters about is what we saw of him and how he treated us and was with us and our family. And that's all we wrote our letters about, not about whether he did this thing or not, right? Mm-hmm. No, I think we should do like a weird no makeup in front of our garage video.
Nope. No.
I'm going to say no, don't do that. Okay, now you do that. Now you have backlash for that. Now he's stepping down from the foundation.
He was forced to
Writes
step down.
a big letter about all the work that they've done, and it just feels like I don't even know who these people are anymore. Like, you stand for nothing, you have no opinions, you do these things and then just say you're sorry for them?
When you're trying to appeal to everyone, which is impossible, and it's from the dawn of time, you will never please everyone. Then you are stuck in this middle realm where nothing you say really is real.
I'm just saying, like, it's
you write the letter. You're done. You don't do a video. You walk away.
I'm just saying this is
sit back in your
more-
mansion, and that's it. You don't answer anybody. You don't publicly say anything. You don't post anything. You move on with your fucking life.
I'm just saying this is more of a case for me that he was blackmailed by the murder. Because you don't... Who in their right mind would go, this letter about how much I love my rapist friend is going to go over well?
Oh, boy.
I'm just saying. But anyway, we'll let that one go. Drew Barrymore.
What's with the no makeup thing, too?
It's the only way. So whenever you do an apology video, now that's the one thing they listen to their PR. Whenever you do an apology video, it needs to be like the worst room in your house, the worst angle, no makeup,
so
crying.
dumb. You need to look hot as fuck.
Yep.
These people are easy to hate.
I know.
Look
It's
at 'em.
easier to hate ugly people.
But you have to be relatable. So like you can't be like in your mansion, all super hot, being like, so for example, the crazy lady on the plane. These motherfuckers are not real.
Yeah.
They're not real.
Yeah.
That was good. Not real.
Yeah.
That was good, right?
Yeah, it's great.
But they
really
are
good.
not real.
It's really good.
So anyway, she actually had a PR team that she hired after that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think the hot makeup video didn't go over well for me. And she actually ended up not listening to her PR people in the end and just kind of fucked everything up. But she was going to use that to like ride on this 15 minutes of fame. She went to the airport dressed the exact same as when she did, to talk to TMZ. So anyways, you have to be relatable. Everybody knows that. Anytime you do an apology video, you have to seem like you're the lowest that you could possibly be. And even you can have dark days, right?
Yeah.
Even you don't wear makeup sometimes and are in a robe and whatever. So Drew Barrymore made this decision to come back amid the writer's strike. And her first, I don't know if you guys talked about it anywhere else, but her first explanation was there's a lot of people that work on this show that are not writers, that are not actors, that need to feed their family. And if I can come back without using any writers and just kind of come back and give at least the producers and camera people, all of that, their jobs, I need to try and do it. Now that I thought was a great stance, right? Leave it there, go on the air, do what you're going to do. Now she's pausing and doing a crying video about how hard it is for her, and no, she's not going to, and she didn't understand. Whatever. Again, I don't know what her stance is. Like when you do that, I go, I don't even know who you are now.
Her stance is either one of two things, but really it's probably just one, which is please like me.
It is always please like me, but I just think you guys are adult you're adult, grown people in the industry. Like, I don't understand.
Just do whatever you're gonna do.
And then she did like 8 different apology videos, deleted, and then is pausing the show. So it's like, oh, that big rah-rah speech about making sure that your producers and everyone else could feed their family, that wasn't real? Is the crying video real? Is the what is it? Right?
I think everybody's spinning. It's the same thing during COVID where
That's what I mean.
You're
So it's
just
just like,
not used to not having attention or working or staying busy because you're a fucking crazy person and you don't really know what to do. And all of these could have been solved with non-answers. No reason to make a video for Ashton, Drew Barrymore, anything else. Bill Maher did the same thing. He said, I'm coming back. He got a ton of backlash. And he's like, well, you know what? I'm not going to come back because I think the writer's strike is advancing and there's going to be talks this week. So I'm hopeful this is going to be resolved soon. It's not, Bill.
I don't know who this backlash person is, but they are like, they've got something on everyone.
There's no reason to, if you just
Because backlash is like this.
avoid it. If
mafia
you just,
type
but if
thing.
you just avoid it, don't make a video. Don't respond to anybody. And then just do the thing you say you're going to do and live your life. No one will fucking care. No one will care. The other part, the last one here, who lost his shit finally. Hugh Jackman shaved his beard over the weekend. Friday night, Hugh Jackman finally shaved his beard.
He's devastated.
He's getting divorced. And the reason, you know what the reason they gave for it is? You know, we just realized during COVID and these strikes that, you know, we're just not the same people and we're having a hard time getting along. It's because he can't go and fuck dudes anymore. You're stuck at home with your wife and you're like, holy shit, what do I do now that I just can't fuck dudes? I've got to get divorced and live your best
It's a real
life,
hot
Hugh.
take. It's a real hot take, Ross.
But it's real. And but here's the thing.
I know.
If COVID or the strikes didn't happen, same to your point about Drew Barrymore and all these other people, you probably move on with your life. And you're like, you know what? I'm with my boys. We're dancing together, doing Broadway and all that stuff. And yeah, I can continue this. She's in Australia. Who gives a fuck? I'm in New York. I'm with my bros, just tap dancing away. And that life is good. But then you get forced into this and you're like, holy shit.
I actually don't think he's gay.
That is unbelievable you're saying that right now.
Oh, what? He's
Bob, pull up
he's
Hugh.
hiding in plain sight?
Type in Hugh Jackman
Only
shiny
a
suit.
straight-
There was a
only
lot
a
of people who didn't know that
confident-
Kevin Spacey wasn't gay.
Only a confident straight man can do the things that Hugh Jackman does in plain sight.
That's
Dancing,
crazy.
singing. It's not crazy.
Okay.
Bob would do it.
I think Wolverine fucks.
Yeah.
I think he's straight
Yep.
as his goddamn claws.
Wow, that is not the suit I'm talking about, Bob.
I don't know
said
what suit you-
shiny.
We don't know
fucking
what
suit.
we don't know
Hugh
what
Jackman,
suit you're talking about.
shiny
I don't know
suit.
any of the 90 that are up there right now, dude.
These are shopping. These are not anything Hugh Jackman's wearing. That's just Google shopping that pops up as like an ad. Dude, it's not here.
I posted 900 on my Instagram the other
Yeah,
night.
all we're getting
900
is just like super straight
gay
pictures.
photos of Hugh Jackman on his and it took me 0.5 seconds on a Google
we're
search
not finding them.
to find. It was on my stories. It's gone now. It was over. It was Friday night when it happened.
I don't
And,
know. We're just
Dude,
not finding
you
what
can
you're
look at
talking
the-
about.
You can look at the screen. It's not there.
yeah.
It's like you can
Not
think
at
all
all.
you want, Ross, but like the proof is in the pudding. Like it's
You know what,
not
Bob?
there.
I actually saved them, and I'm going to text them all to
You
you right now.
can't find
I can
me
find
a
90 right now.
video, an interview, a picture. Like find me anything
No,
that
I will.
backs up your claim because
I've got
Straight.
90. I've got
Okay.
90 that I'm
Straight.
going to send to Bob right now.
straight.
So Bob, you can buy whatever order you want to post these in.
Straight.
Feel free.
Why do you have so many photos of Hugh Jackman on?
Yeah.
I posted it on Ross Patterson on the Ross Patterson Revolution thing.
Okay.
It's been an ongoing joke for years on this show of super straight Hugh Jackman and his super straight wife and the kids that aren't their kids and they're adopted for no reason and all that stuff. And it's just he's a wonderful person. Everybody says he's a wonderful person, but it's just time for him to come out and live his life now at this age, you know?
Right.
Because you're past it. You're past, like, once the Wolverine movie is done, then you can go back to Broadway and do all the fun things with your boys and just dance. Just dance your little heart out.
He's always been doing whatever he wants to do.
Just dance your little heart out.
He's always been doing Broadway. He's always been dancing with his buddies. So I don't know how his life would change. Like, why does he have to?
Yeah, post. There you go. These are the ones I just sent Bob.
The button's not working.
Oh, it's not? It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, the computer's not working today, huh?
That's
For
crazy.
super straight Hugh Jackman.
That's weird.
So go ahead and pop that one up first there, Bob. This is him being straight and awesome, you know?
Let's see if we can.
How is
I can
he
see all of them
not?
right there.
You can show it because honestly, what?
Actually,
performing. What?
Yeah. I don't see
Show the next one, Bob.
problemo.
Show the next one. I mean, there's 800. I mean, there were so many that I had to stop at a certain point where I was like, holy shit, I can't believe there's this many pictures.
I don't.
Just living
I don't.
with rainbow.
I'm just like,
shakers.
he's an ally. He's an ally.
Yeah.
He's a
You know what I mean? He's a showman. He gives the people what they want. And I guess
some
if
say the
that's
greatest showman on earth.
This dude is no. This dude is no gayer than every member of the Rolling Stones.
100. Look at that. Now put up a picture of Mick Jagger. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You don't have to, because Mick Jagger's got 12 children with 9 different women. I mean, it's nuts. And he
cover
just
story.
popped out another one 2 days ago.
It's a good cover story.
He's
Yeah.
fucking 81 years old and is having kids still, where you're just like, Jesus Christ, man.
yes, and he's had sexual encounters with every big rock star of his time.
And to me, that's just out of boredom at that point for him, where I'm sure he's done it all. Like, if you're saying one guy who's done, we talked about Russell Brand earlier. One guy who is probably just bored with, it's probably him, right? It's probably Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
Biggest of all time. Biggest of all time. Because McCarthy was kind of a snooze. Paul McCartney. McCartney, sorry. Paul McCartney was kind of a snooze. So was Lennon. Where it was like they were in the, onesie, twosie, biggest bands of all time, however you want to rank that. But McCartney was always married. He was always living on the fucking farm and shit.
Gay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The one-legged wife was weird forever. Jesse, it was. Paul McCartney is the Beatles, for Christ's sakes. And he married a one-legger, and you were like, oh, all right, yeah.
she was hot. Did she have one leg when he married her?
Sure did.
Oh, and by the way, she took him for a ride.
And everything he had. I mean, half of his wealth.
Yeah.
It was
He thought, I'll this
I'm
one-legged.
doing something nice for this one little one-legger.
Yeah, I'm just tired of all these people after my riches,
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah, if I marry this little one-legger, she's going to be great.
She's going to be grateful for it. Yeah, she was. And still is. All right. What is this?
Play this video here. This is just Hugh Jackman dancing. I posted this as well that
I
night.
will say he looks very straight here because he's
Sure
not
does.
dancing well.
Turn up the volume. Yeah, where he's just laughing maniacally.
In case there's a song.
Clearly rehearsing.
He's rehearsing something.
No, I know. And it all looks normal.
Oh, now you think actors are gay? Like, I'm just so
It
confused.
all looks normal. It all looks normal.
Oh, you think
So-
people that rehearse for their jobs are gay?
When will it be for you guys? When he comes out with the dude? Is that when it's going to
I
be?
need to see an actual dick in his mouth. I don't believe it.
Okay.
I really
To me,
don't think he's gay.
Yeah, to me, this is those little alien bodies.
From Mexico?
Like, it's just not, it's not enough for me yet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I've got to see those little things in the saucers coming down. I can't just see like a paper mache E.T. Like, you have to show me him full on, on a date with a dude.
Man, dude, this is the worst kept secret of all. This was worse than Kevin Spacey's secret, where it was just like, what? And I'll never forget. It was one buddy of mine who called me. He goes, "Hey, did you know that Kevin Spacey was gay?" And I was like, "Yes, did you not?" And they were like, "No, he was so convincing as a straight man in all those movies." And I was like, "Well, he's a great actor. So is Hugh Jackman." Nobody is denying the talent of Hugh Jackman. Shit, this motherfucker can do it all. I've only got Jamie Foxx probably above him as an entertainer. That's probably it in this life right now. But just come out and just be the person you want to be and be happy.
I don't know. I mean, again, none of us are convinced yet. So, again, we need to wait until it's an ongoing story, right? They just got divorced after 27 years. I think he's going to be, respectful before he comes out with Pete Davidson. What?
Another girl. He's going to get all the girls, right? It was a girl, right? That's what you're saying?
I think I think the next person that he's dating is
As a woman?
Yep.
All right. I wish it was bets on my
But I
bookie
think it's
for
going to
this.
be underwhelming. Like he doesn't strike me as a guy. If anything, it would be more. He's like bordering on like asexual. If anything, because he
Right.
does not strike me as the type of dude who's just going to like run through chicks.
Yeah, like maybe his wife was like, all right, like I just want according to a lot of the headlines, like he's devastated that she filed. So
Oh, she filed too.
I think she filed for divorce.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
So in your version, it's because she couldn't handle all the gay escapades of his.
Well, so they've come out and had numerous articles about it, and even the wording of it in their interviews is just so funny to me. It just makes me laugh so hard. He goes, man, because he did an interview a couple years ago, and he goes, it's just so frustrating that people think this about me, and that's we're doing. It's just so darn frustrating that people think that I'm gay, And I was just like, is it? Damn it, man. I know. I know it must be frustrating for him. So good for him. Ricky Martin, where were you at with that?
I think
Where were you at with Ricky Martin before he came out? In all sincerity.
Oh, I didn't think.
There was only one. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the only one that got me, but I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
There was only one that got me where I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know who mine was? As a kid? George Michael. I was stunned.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Yeah.
George Michael?
I know.
Are you fucking that guy? He's a no.
No, I know.
Rock star. And then I went back as an adult and looked back at all this shit.
Calm
and I
down.
was like, oh my
he
God.
wasn't a
dude.
rock star, but okay.
George Michael at one point was the biggest rock star in the world.
I'm not going to say rock star.
Faith? I mean, it was a
not
pop,
really
pop,
rock,
pop.
yeah,
Okay.
It's not really rock.
Sorry,
so he
let me
was a
change
pop
it to
star,
pop star.
that didn't play like instrument. You know what I mean? Like
He played guitar. He was a pop
he
star.
played guitar.
He played guitar too, okay?
He played synth.
Did he not play a mean sax
I don't think he
You
played.
know, I don't know.
I don't think
That's a
he
great
played
question.
sax.
for
But
Careless Whisper?
Ooh, was that him? Did he play the sax in that?
No.
What a talented man. R.I.P.
no.
R.I.P. to him. I don't know.
He played it.
I don't remember. I was a child.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he did that or not.
I don't know.
Or if he hired G. Did he hire G for that?
Hire who?
Kenny? He goes by G.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Because if he hired
Before
G,
his
he hired
time.
G. I didn't know, if G was available or what G was doing at the
I think
time.
it was
but-
before his time.
You think so? G's been around for a while.
I think so.
We watched the doc on G.
We did, and it was like, sorry, but super boring. It was one of those like the Mr. Rogers where you're like, what's the twist? When does he start touching boys? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
it never
no, he's
came.
just like a great guy that like
Great father.
worked really hard to
Kids
get
loved
where
him.
he's at. Yeah. Now he does charity. You're like, cool. I'm good on this.
We were waiting for a
Yeah,
big twist
yeah,
at the
yeah,
end
yeah,
of that,
yeah.
and it never came.
Yeah.
G was just a dorky dad. And-
Yeah.
and,
I think they even tried to, you know how they try and get like when they're sitting there, get the behind the scenes of like the mic being put on or them asking about the lights to try and get some kind of window into what they're really like.
Mm-hmm.
Even that, he was like a sweetheart to all production.
He wasn't ever like, of course I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like trying to rile him up. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm good. Whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah. Classic
So no,
G.
I don't recommend.
Classic G.
I don't recommend the Kenny G doc.
Classic G.
I
We've
do-
all been there,
I do recommend the George Michael one, but
Have I seen that? Did I watch that with you?
no,
You watched it on your own?
yeah.
Yeah. How did that shake out at the end?
How did what shake out?
Was it an OD for him? I forget what the final verdict was. How did he die? It was on Christmas. I remember that because they played his Christmas song over and over again. But was it an OD or was it something else?
I mean, it was a heart attack. He was pretty unhealthy at that time, but maybe.
Dude, check this out. This is spooky. Myocarditis.
Whoa. So the COVID shot, huh?
Yeah, in 2011, he got the COVID shot.
Sure did. Got
because
it in
Yep.
advance.
Nothing. Yes.
Got it in advance.
Myocarditis wasn't invented until 2020.
They were testing on
pop stars who do heroin.
on aging, ambiguously gay pop stars. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. The government does that shit.
Yep.
So, yeah, R.I.P.
It was crack for the ghettos.
Yeah.
Sure
and
was.
COVID vaccines for the pop stars.
Yeah, for the gays. For the gay pop stars.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sure.
R.I.P. Man, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't think. I think Hugh Jax is gonna. I mean, if there was somebody like
Hugh Jack City?
if like Hillary Swank was single, you know what I mean? That would be like a starter gal that definitely looks like a fella. You know what I mean?
Swank.
He could like ease into it with a swank.
Man, don't try to swank me off today, dude.
No, I know you guys love swank.
I do love swank. Bob, where do you live at with swank?
He loves swank.
You a swank fan?
She's fine.
Yeah, same here. Same. Swank.
She's fine.
Yeah.
I think you said
I'm not even
fine. Did you
bothered
say
to ask
fine?
Delco.
She's fine.
I'm not even bothered to ask Delco. If it's not like a supermodel, everybody's
No,
mid
he
to
doesn't
him.
know.
I can't even do it. I can't even do it. By the way, K-Kosh finally settled that divorce. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking A, dude. All that shit, dude. And all over the news for what, dude? For a prenup? Like, God damn it, dude. Just get out of there. I have not, by the way, to recap this, I've not heard about the pregnant girl in Montana, so.
Yeah, she should be due any moment.
Okay. I just need to see the
Just
baby.
math wise. Yeah.
So you need to see Hugh Jax. You need to see Hugh Jax with another dude. I need to see this baby in Montana
Okay.
for me to believe. I do. I have a hard time believing that K-Koss wasn't pulling out in Montana. It's just me.
Okay.
All right. Quick update too on the mom, that creepy mom we talked about who jumped into the arms of her child. The football player there, she released a statement this morning. What was that exactly? Bob, pull it up. And was there a reverse angle that somebody showed or something weird?
No. So if you don't remember, we talked about this. I think it was high school, right? High school football
School football game. I'll give you the the pic here.
So this is the picture of a mother.
Sorry, getting low quality shit here.
That's all
There you
right.
go.
That's all right. But
There we go.
that's all right. So this is the mother and son.
Yeah.
And we were just like, like it didn't feel good to anyone. Right? Like we all were pretty traumatized. And if you see the video, it's even
I could never picture you doing this to one of our sons after their football
because I
game.
fucking would never.
I know.
So
Jesse,
thank you.
I
I'm
know.
glad that you can't picture it because I don't even know.
But the statement was saying, I think the son was just like, hey, dude, just leave my fucking mom alone on this.
Yeah, so people definitely took it too far where they were like, oh, she's molesting him, she's grooming him.
Yeah.
Which, like, calm down. It's just creepy.
It's just a little bit creepy, and you just go like, there is a lot of actually, and things on the internet about moms just having a little bit too close of relationships with their sons, specifically if they're single moms or whatever. Not anything creepy, just like you're treating them almost like a partner, and A, that's a lot of pressure on them, and then B, it's just fucking weird.
Now, there is something interesting to this story that I don't think we noticed before.
And we didn't,
So this is the mom on the left.
Yep.
This is her son.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess between the ages of 14 and 17 because he's in high school.
Right.
She's 38.
Okay.
So she had him at what, 21 years old probably? That makes sense. Yeah, that one's not too surprising.
Super close. Boy, mom.
Yeah.
Had the kid young. I mean, if this kid is a senior, she had him in college.
So the odd thing about it, Bob, is Jesse and I have a friend who is like this, right? And would go out to functions with the kid, and they were close in age and all that other shit. And yeah, the relationship tends to veer toward, well, I'm only 15 years older than you, and
At this age range, you don't have everything in common by any means, but you still have a lot of similar things you like.
Yep.
In terms of shows, taste in music, like it's not everything. It's not, but like more than the average parent to child relationship.
For sure. And everybody we've met that I know, at least, with kids like that are that age, either they'll do things or curse at them or do shit that you're just like, wait, you're still a mom. You shouldn't do that or whatever. And that, I think that's very common. But he did reply on here and make a statement about it and said something, nice about his mom. And he was just like, I just want people to fucking leave her alone.
Well, okay. So in this clip, it's been viewed over 9 million times. Amber, of course, her name's Amber, and her 16-year-old son, Brixton.
Yep.
Amber and Brixton.
Yeah.
Shared an emotional embrace following his team's home game win. Brixton was wearing a commemorative jersey for his late father during the game.
Got it. Yeah.
So the game was an emotional affair
It was.
for himself and his mother.
Yep. And you think is that his mom?
Yeah, it's his mom.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Man.
So Bob sent me this and I was like, oh, do I fucking feel bad now? But
Single mom,
no,
widow.
it's still weird.
It's all in one thing. Because she was like, he picked me, you were hugging, and he picked me up. Okay, that's fine. You can pick up your mom, like pick up.
Pick up, back down.
The leg wrap is where the problem occurs.
Yes.
Correct. The koala
and
wrap.
He did not want the leg wrap.
No.
Probably not.
The koala wrap is what got it.
How long has she been a widow? Is the real question.
DM her. You can find out. I'm sure
Yeah,
she's
do we know?
accepting
I mean,
DMs.
can we?
Her
What else? What other pictures
by the
do
way,
we have?
her Instagram went from 1,500 followers to 25,000 now after this thing had happened. So, what's it at now? Click on her thing. See how many?
30K, baby.
Whoa! She added another 5 since this morning's article.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the? Can we scroll through?
Oh, there's more. Where's
boy.
Giorgio?
What do you need?
Yeah,
Giorgio
he's
here.
producing the show.
For what? For what?
Okay, well, I think I can try
Single,
to figure
unicorn.
this out.
Okay.
It says mom of one, blue heart, single with whatever this thing
Unicorn,
means. But unicorn
is swinger term.
Yes, unicorn
Great.
is a swinger term for dudes or ladies.
Yeah,
She's a
so
physician
she's-
assistant. They get down. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, she is.
I love these basic posts.
She's a
Hot take,
unicorn.
Amber. Hot take. In a world full of Karens, be a Beth.
Oh, I respect to this though.
Oh, and okay. And then
The
he's
sun flipping off the camera.
Flipping off the camera.
Man, this chick was in my
Don't
high
ride.
school class, like
Right.
graduating year.
Like, don't ride or die. Don't die on this hill, bud. Brixton. Brixton, go quietly into the night.
Brixton will
with
be
this one.
fine once he gets to college. This will blow over.
Brixie.
Yeah, Brixie.
What do you think?
Bricks.
What do you think she calls him? Brixie.
Bricks. No, just bricks.
God help him on.
I know a few Brixtons out here, and they all call them bricks.
According
Bricks.
to Greg in the chat, unicorn is a term for a widowed person that is still marriage material.
Oh,
That's not
look
fucking-
at that. There you go,
Okay.
Greg. Is that Greg LaMontagne?
And that is
different
actually
Greg.
true.
Thank you,
Really?
Greg.
That is actually
Thank
true
you, Greg.
because there was a whole CBS sitcom called The Unicorn, starring Walton Goggins.
Oh.
So you're just throwing out wild accusations.
No,
Yeah.
unicorn also means that. In the
No,
chat, help me out.
no.
Dirtball's not
What's
here.
Not when
what's
you're
the
single.
symbol? What's the
Guys,
symbol
this is
next
a
to
grieving
it?
widow, dude, who is grieving
Wait, let me
hard.
see the symbol next to it.
Oh, it's a unicorn.
It's a unicorn.
Oh, it's literally
It's
just
the
a
unicorn
unicorn.
emoji.
It's
yeah,
a unicorn emoji. She's a grieving widow. She's grieving super hard. Okay?
Yeah.
She can't stop grieving,
Literally,
guys.
it's what is a unicorn? A unicorn is a person who is willing to join an existing couple.
Yes, and with either men or women.
Yeah.
And will not get attached. So they will just be like the extra and go.
Yeah.
We're all grieving, guys. Okay? Everybody grieves in
Here's
different ways.
HuffPost UK wrote something in 2017. Sex unicorn. 12 things to consider before you agree to becoming.
Sex unicorn, not unicorn.
Sex unicorn,
What's
Bob.
she going to put on there? I'm a sex unicorn?
Yes. You put that I'm a sex unicorn. That is the rules, okay? I hate to break it to you. Guys, you were going so aggressive against a grieving widow. Show that picture, Bob,
Yeah,
right
they
there.
don't typically say unicorns
Pop that
or
up.
sexually
Pop that up.
in their IG bio.
Just pop that right there. Just move it over to the other screen, the other one.
I mean,
the
yeah,
one in the
she's-
bathtub, please.
she's pretty fine.
The one that I asked for.
No,
Yep.
it's a reel.
Okay,
the
great.
bathtub?
Yeah, that one's fun. Yeah, pop that up. The black one.
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
this
Black
is
and
a,
white.
it's
Yeah,
a reel.
we
so I
did.
love
Look at
it.
her grieve, guys. I just watch her grieve real quick.
Go up one more.
No, that's it. Right there. Just press play. Just press play.
It just
It's a
rotates the reel.
slideshow.
There, and that's fine. But I want to show everybody what a grieving widow looks like on this slideshow. Look at that. You grieve against a tree. You grieve in a bra.
Yeah.
You grieve in a bikini. You grieve in a workout top.
Right.
Now that you're just grieving at a jewelry store.
We don't love to grieve in a turtleneck.
And
You know what I
grieve in a
mean?
bikini. Sure don't.
Yeah.
Look at her grieving right there. That's probably her dead husband's shoes in there, and she's
I think they-
grieving next to the shoes.
Actually,
She's grieving real hard.
The caption is about grief.
Is it?
Yeah, it says a Wednesday without rain is a dry hump day.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Look at her grieve, man.
Embracing my birthday month.
Yeah, she should.
The entire month.
She should.
Love those people.
She's a grieving widow. She should.
For the first time in my life, she says.
Yeah. Well, because she's single now, and she's lost her husband tragically.
She said, for the first time in my life, since I don't have that bitch husband anymore, and it's just me and Bricks, and I could do whatever I want.
No. Hey, you know what's funny is I did self-correct and on the show yesterday, on Drinking Bros yesterday about the fucking South Dakota governor.
What'd you have
The
to
husband was a fucking pimp, dude. So like, until I see a pic of this guy, I'm gonna refrain here.
I don't think that was her.
Wait, is this a guy in a Black Rifle coffee shirt?
It
It
is.
appears so. Yes.
So
It
she
is.
could, listen to the pod.
She might, and I hope she does. And if you would need to come here and grieve with any of the single producers,
Yep.
Because look, let's face it, Delco, you guys are only like 5 years apart,
You could have the family
and the
you
son
always
is
wanted.
graduating. Yes, you don't have to be a real dad.
Only if he's on scholarship,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be up to you to train him properly. But
Okay, but will you accept a G5? G5, it's like a G5 school. Okay.
Bricks.
So like UTEP, he can play at UTEP. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Bricks is about to be out the house.
And,
you know what I'm
not
saying?
only that, but Texas has the best high school football out here. So if
Dude.
you want to test it,
In this photo, she does look like his girlfriend.
sure.
That's-
Like if you told me they were dating and like
I know,
would
it's
assume they
weird,
were the
right?
Same
Yeah.
age and everything.
That's
with
what
you.
That's what I mean. And they're going to Zach Bryan together?
yeah.
But you and I know people like this, Jesse.
I know these young single moms.
In real life, you
they're
and I
a little
know
too
them.
Close to the sun. It's
Yeah.
just it happens.
Yep. Jesse knows. Put the camera on her. Just look at her face. She knows.
The one man who'll never let him down.
She knows.
Right.
She knows a few. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yep. You know a few.
Look. Look and listen and listen and look and look and listen. I don't care. Just don't toddler jump on the field.
Yeah. I agree.
Put whatever you want on the Instagram and make it look like, and that's a huge compliment to her, I'm sure, always. And it's like, is that your girlfriend or your mom? Although she's the only one getting the full benefit of what that is.
Yeah. He's definitely
His
not.
life is getting ruined.
His
by
life
it.
is a living
Yeah.
hell right now.
No woman, no
that's a
girlfriend,
sad thing.
no one would want to step into that situation. I fucking promise you that.
Oh, Bob's spiraling now. Whenever I see it
Always.
just scrolling down the Instagram,
Always.
No, someone referenced a Afghanistan withdrawal post, so I'm seeing if we can find that.
no way.
Oh, they've already done the digging for
All
us?
right.
I don't know.
Black Rifle Coffee, Afghanistan withdrawal posts. Like,
I mean, we may be like 1 degree
We might have
of
to get,
separation away.
D'Anthony Holloway here involved. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is that was the husband military? Did he
Okay,
die?
This is her brother.
Thank
this
God.
is her brother.
Okay.
This is her brother.
Jesus,
They
Bob.
probably listen to Drinking Bros. I guarantee it. Send in your info to Dan Holloway. This could be a thing. This could be a thing here. She's a grieving widow,
Yeah.
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 Yep. No, that's an odd pick right there. Where's that at?
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
She won sexiest costume.
Did she win a bottle of wine?
Appears so.
God, what a great gift. You know, anytime I can get a bottle of wine for free, it's a great day. Did you guys bring any?
Such
Did you guys bring
inventive-
anything today?
It's such an
Nothing.
inventive
No wine? Damn it.
costume as well.
All right.
I'm a sexy devil.
Bob keeps scrolling over there. I love it. I love it so much, dude.
Lord.
We should almost keep a camera on when Bob scrolls through hot girls' pictures. Like as soon as we bring up somebody, he'll just go through it, dude, for the rest of the day. He'll just live in this world.
It's called journalism.
Well,
Yeah, thank you.
it's like method
It's called
acting.
investigative journalism.
Sure
Look it up.
is.
Oh, wait. Oh.
You going back to one
There
more?
was
What's
a
that? What's that
beanie-
one, Bob?
Man, she loves the hump day.
Is that
updates.
your favorite pick there? Is that a little jet
Some
ski
call it
or a
hump
boat?
day.
She on a boat?
Leave it up.
There you go.
I call it false advertising. And camel, and then the peach emoji, which means butt.
Yeah, it sure
Why
does.
is it
But-
false advertising?
I don't know.
Because she's
I don't
not
think she-
getting humped.
Because she didn't get
Guys,
humped?
she's not
Oh,
getting humped.
Yeah, she didn't get drilled today.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Well, I
It's
should say-
that easy.
She didn't get drilled on December 21st, 2022.
Yeah. Well, which is probably a
Okay.
Wednesday. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but I bet it was a Wednesday.
Okay.
Bet it was a Wednesday. That's what hump day is. And she was not getting humped on that.
I need some more captions, actually. Her captions are so good.
The wildest thing, though, is now after going through all of this stuff, the son probably follows her on Instagram, and it's probably
No,
said,
by the way, the
"Mom."
son is fine with it.
Oh, yeah, I know. He's
Like, he was not embarrassed the way that I was embarrassed. And so good for him.
yeah.
He can unpack all of this later on when he can't get a fucking girlfriend.
I think the clout actually might get him a girlfriend now.
Oh,
where
he
it's
can
just
get
like-
the girlfriend.
Yeah, because he's a
He
good-looking dude.
can't. He won't be able to keep the girlfriend
He's a good-looking dude. So
because the mom will be right. Hi.
no, she's gonna need a best friend to go do all the things with. Yeah.
She doesn't want. She doesn't strike me as a girl's girl, if you know what I mean. Where's another short?
It's
I
not
don't
her
know if I want a
business, I'm not-
long one, but I definitely want just a real basic. What does this titty picture mean to you?
You can sit with me, kisses.
All right.
Oh, look
Which-
at that.
Okay.
Show it to the audience, Bob. Don't save that for yourself. There you go.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude, she's also apparently lives in Salt Lake City, so she might know.
Oh
Black
shit,
Friday.
that is look.
There you go.
Oh, Craig Dulesky just texted me a picture of the dad. Look at this. I mean,
think-
we've got journalists all over the
no.
place.
I got
Oh,
it
no.
here from her post. Yeah.
Is it?
Let's see here. Oh yeah.
Do we know him?
I don't know him personally, obviously, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a car accident or something, maybe.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
She's grieving real hard, and we're gonna give her space at this.
Oh, I'm
at this
sorry. He
point.
killed himself.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Bob. I mean, we're at the end of the show.
Bob.
Do we need to end it on a dark note today like that? My God, man.
No, I want to end it with her, with another post from her.
Okay, which is what?
Just like a fun and flirty, like, here's my.
I don't think you
Here's
can do
my
that after
butt.
Bob said, "Oh no," and he killed himself. You know what I'm saying?
People do that. and it
Actually,
sucks.
no. No, you did it.
Okay.
That's a good one.
T minus 12 days until I'm back on this cabana with this perfect little sis of mine.
Is that her sister?
Yeah, this family runs deep.
Bro.
Man.
Where's that cabana? And I don't even know. They're not even
Hashtag
in it.
take
They're
me
not
back.
even in a cabana. But
Take me
oh yeah,
back.
they are.
Yeah, they are.
It's like a poor people one though.
They are. No,
No, it's just you can't see the. It's a
You
hot-
put it down when it's sunny because you're trying to get some sun.
Oh,
You
they
put, it
put
up
their
later.
own cabana.
Yeah.
I thought she was like
Well, no,
in a.
you put it. You can pop it down and then pop it back up. You don't have to. You don't have to pop it up or pop it back down whenever you want. You know.
What's
It's
the
a pop-up cabana.
What's the caption
She's
here?
doing all right. Reunited, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
She's clever. I'll give her that.
Yeah. She looks
She
grieving
is-
grieving hard on Instagram.
She is
Nothing
a
wrong with
poet.
it.
For
And again,
sure.
she wanted to let everybody know that she.
Is that an ice bath?
She's still a marriage material. She's still marriage material.
Ready to go.
She got her
All
son.
right.
She got her son a lifted Tacoma there. I support everything that's going on here. Big fan.
She's living a nice life.
Yeah, she's
Just
just
hugs
great.
her kid weird.
She's great. That's it.
Yeah.
It was a weird hug that was caught on video, and now And that's
she was
the internet, man.
excited. It was
Yeah.
emotional.
That's the internet these days. It's
And she
just-
won't, I don't think she'll wrap the legs next time.
Probably not.
I think she's rapping harder next
Probably
time.
not. Whoa.
Whoa.
If he wins
Bob.
state, if he wins state championship, gets that scholarship, maybe. You know, there's gonna be a hard leg wrap there.
Here, let me see if he's on 247.
Boy, are you looking up his scout? Oh boy, Bob's trying to look at his scout to see what he's rated scout wise.
He's
I hope-
going to
I hope-
blindside the whole family.
I hope he's above a 3-star. I hope he's above a 3-star. No way. 3-star or higher would be great. I don't know. I don't know what position you play. What's his number?
We're just saying for his sake, because that's how you rise above all
Sure
this.
is, dude.
Is just like be badass.
Sure, the fuck is.
And you have a hot mom
Yep.
that's a Beth, not a Karen. I don't know. And then
Sure is.
you're good. You're good to go.
His number 44, so that's
Not seeing one. I'll have to do more digging.
he's probably a safety or a linebacker then. Maybe a defensive back. So, you know,
Okay.
it's when you're white, that's a hard position to really get into, you know. You gotta be really fast.
Yeah.
So, and just as a white man, I can say that, you know, like it's hard. It's
There is a 3-star quarterback at his high school.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them, dude. It's all gonna turn out fine. When you're like he's good looking, the mom is good looking. When you're good looking, shit usually turns out all right for you in life.
Yeah.
You know, it's the uggos you really got to worry about. Where you're just like, oh boy,
Look, she's
oh boy. She's fine. She's all gonna be fine. Did Bob have to end it with the
Right.
guy committed suicide? Probably not. Probably didn't have to end the show that way today, but he did. You know.
I also have to say, like, on all of her posts,
Yeah, what about it?
It's all hate from everyone.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't like that. And I don't like to see
Yeah,
hot
there's
girls
definitely
sad.
no. Well, but there's no.
I don't like to see hot girls sad. I never do. You know the rules on the show. Hot girls being sad, I hate it. Anyone else, fine.
Dude, this high school is like a pipeline for
Although,
the youth.
shit, I do want to end on a positive note here. I want to tell you this quick story real quick. All right? There was a mom who had a 4th grade birthday party, invited everyone in the class except for one kid, just one kid, and said that the kid told the mom, and the mom called and said, why didn't you invite my child, but every single person in the class? And they said, you know what? Your son bullied my daughter and called her fat and all this stuff in front of the class, and that's why. That's why I'm not inviting you to the party. And I hope you're okay with that, and I hope you're okay with having an adult conversation. Now, if you would like that to change, all I would ask for is just have your son just write an apology to my daughter so she feels better about her life, and I'll be happy to invite your party.
Okay.
I like to hear shit like that. At least there's people handling this as adults and not going out to the fucking internet and everything else and blah, blah, blah. The story got leaked by somebody else's parent through Reddit, obviously. But I enjoy shit like that, and that's the way it should be.
Right.
I was a little dickhead once, and I called this girl fat in like 4th grade. Her mom called my mom, and my mom sat me down, talked to me, explained what I did wrong and why I shouldn't do it. She made me get on the phone, call this girl back, and apologize. It was a very similar story, and I realized I was wrong, and I never fucking did it again.
Right.
I don't mind shit like that in this world. But something like that doesn't get a lot of press. But I read it with some weird, tiny little story in the back of like a nothing thing, and I enjoyed that story. And I'll end on a positive note today. So hopefully the kid writes an apology letter and he gets to go to the birthday party this weekend.
Right.
That's all I'm really hoping for. All right? Not people ending their lives. Bob, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Now-
who leaked that?
We're gonna
Guessing it was the mom.
it wasn't her. It was another parent.
She replied, so she just said that in the thing. Someone asked in the comments, how did he die? It was actually the top comment, and she replied, first reply to it was suicide.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, Bob. I didn't need to go there. Now,
You were asking.
Yeah.
not Bob.
You
all right?
literally asked how he died.
I didn't say that. You did. Jesse, you asked how he died.
Sure.
And I did not ask that. I didn't need to know. I just knew she was a grieving widow. I didn't need to know that. Now, to end this on a positive note, we are scheduled to have the QAnon shaman on Drinking Bros on Patreon in 20 minutes, live. It would be rad if he just shows up. But he also just got out of prison after the Tucker Carlson videos leaked. I don't know. I don't typically like to tip guests like this because you don't know if they're actually going to show or not. But if it does, just know that you should switch on over to Patreon here in 17 minutes because it's going to be absolutely fucking hilarious. And I can't believe this is going down if it actually goes down. So, join us on over there at Drinker Bros Podcast. If you're not subscribed, well, you should be. God damn it. Thanks for tuning in, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.